Here he is, Dustin Meadows.
Hey, everybody. Oh, happy to be here. I just turned 30 recently, and thank you. It's more of a countdown than a milestone, though, at this point. I've been reflecting on my life a lot lately, kind of looking at like my achievements, what I've accomplished and everything. I like to think I'm a smart, successful person, but I have to remind myself that on my 30th birthday, I cut my hand open trying to open a box of ice cream with a knife. And you're not familiar with how ice cream works. At no point is a knife called for ever. Worst case scenario, a fork if there's not a clean spoon in the house. But I'm just standing there like John Rambo with that knife, just like, oh, in a survival war, you gotta become war. Like, my roommates don't know what's going on. My life's just turned into a sad version of Final Destination at this point. Like, Death has a plan for how he wants to take me out of this world, but instead of some Rube Goldberg thing involving like a logging truck or whatever, he looks down at my life and says, what do we got here? A knife and a box of moose tracks. Fuck it, I'm gonna spin the wheel on that every time. See where the evening takes us. I've been thinking about everything I've done. I went to college, I got my degree, but it's in popular culture. So it qualifies me to do two things. One, literally nothing. And two, I get to act like a real cunty authority about BuzzFeed articles. But I could probably just show up on their doorstep and be like, oh, hey, can I just run this? And be like, yeah, sure. And they'll bring all their pitches to me like, all right, what do we got here? Oh, 10 Saved by the Bells That Fingered Your Neighbor. All right, cool. Run it. What's this, Gary? 10 G.I. Joes that fit in your butthole. That's literally all of them. They're this big, Gary. This is sloppy work. Get it together. This is BuzzFeed. We have standards. We're not like those idiots over at Gawker. And eventually I've been reflecting. I have a lot of things I wanted to do with my life. Wanted to be an astronaut. Clearly that did not take. And the only way I get to go into outer space now is if Michael Bay takes over NASA and he's like, hey, we got this asteroid headed towards Earth. We're going to send a team up there to blow the shit out of it, but we need a fat guy to die at the end of the second act to motivate our heroes. Look no further, Mr. Bay, I'm your man. I got some demands, though. First, I'd like to go on a date with the girl who played Hermione in the Harry Potter films. You know, and like it doesn't even have to be like a sexual thing. She just seems like she'd be really cool and smart and fun to hang out with. She falls in love with me, that's on her. Right? I can't turn this off. Show me how to pull the plug on handsome and I will. Every time I talk about that, it reminds me of my secret talent. And I think we all know somebody that has a secret talent. Maybe someone's never read a note of music their entire life, but they can sit down and play Beethoven by ear. My secret talent is if I drink enough whiskey, I remember all the words to Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. I'd be the worst X-Men ever. It's like, oh, what's happening? Magneto's killing all these people on his bridge. Wolverine, throw me that Jameson. Good, I could close my eyes just to hear you breathing. Oh, literally everyone died while I was doing that. You were right not to put me on the Avengers. I get it. This makes sense. Oh. Any of you guys ever get so lonely you fall asleep next to a box of pizza? You want the warmth, right? You want that illusion of human contact in your life. Maybe you throw a Nexus t-shirt or just start screaming, baby, I can change! 10 minutes after a Domino's guy leaves your driveway, the neighbor's gonna hear you cry singing Randy Newman through the wall. Oh, I will go sailing no more. You wake up the next morning, look in the mirror, you don't even recognize yourself. You got the blood-smeared pizza sauce, the cheese and pepperoni on your fingernails, just thinking, oh God, I am the world's shittiest werewolf. Oh, I deserve this. Got any sports fans in the house tonight?
Yeah!
That's cool, I'm not really a big sports fan myself. Despite that though, my friends last year talked me into doing a fantasy basketball league with them. And to this day, my knowledge of basketball is sometimes dogs are allowed to play it. That's it. Like everything I learned about basketball, I learned from the movie Space Jam. So I was pretty bummed when the draft day rolls around and I can't get Newman from Seinfeld as my starting guard. Bugs Bunny lied to me. You You wascal, you wabbit. I got a question for you guys. Anybody here looking to get murdered tonight? The answer is no. So let's try this again. Everybody looking to get murdered tonight?
No.
Good answer, smart crowd. I like your style. If you are looking to get murdered, specifically by me, the way you make that happen is you approach me after the show, and without me even asking you to, you very loudly say, "But Dustin, I don't own a television set." And then I'll stab you in the neck with a beer bottle. Is it acceptable to not own a television set? Absolutely. But nobody has ever volunteered that information to another human being without the intention of making themselves sound better than everyone else. And fuck you, because do you know how good television is? Like, they think they're smarter than me because they've read the Dharma Bums and Bukowski or whatever. And here's the thing. I watch a lot of great shows, and there's some terrible stuff that happens on these shows. Like, I love Game of Thrones, but there's rape and incest and murder. Terrible things on that show. Thing is, Game of Thrones is a fiction. Charles Bukowski was a piece of shit in real life. I'm better than you. It's gonna sound weird saying this after I just said that, but I think we need to stop making fun of hipsters. And it's not because I feel an affinity for them, it's because nobody's getting creative with it anymore. The jokes are all the same. Like, they're the "that's what she said" jokes of people. Alright, the first couple times you're like, "Oh, this is pretty funny." Now it's just a formula. Like, you're making fun of people for liking things. And yeah, it might be stupid things, like churches with a V or whatever. Alright? But we've all liked something dumb that has not stood the test of time in our own lives. For example, in high school, I had that first Disturbed album. I was down with the sickness.
Yeah.
I listened to a band named Korn who could not spell. And I'm willing to bet that there's somebody in this room who has either fingered somebody or been fingered by somebody while listening to Weezer's Blue Album. There's a hierarchy. Blue Album is for foreplay, Pinkerton is for fucking. Every album after that's how you tell somebody you don't love them anymore. Because those albums goddamn suck. And every time I go to make fun of a hipster, I stop myself, because I remember that those first two albums by Weezer, two albums very crucial to my development into the man I am today. At one point, I have to remember that the lead singer of those two albums auditioned to play guitar for the band Limp Bizkit 10 years ago. The lesson here is everything you love will fucking betray you. So don't make fun of hipsters. Like, if you're gonna make fun of anybody at all, come hang out in the short north sometime and make fun of the people who like to dress as characters from The Great Gatsby while the sun is out. Like, I've never read that book because books are for nerds, but I saw the Jay-Z movie or whatever about it. And it's a pretty good story. It's a pretty cool story. The thing is, though, Great Gatsby is just Scarface for white people. That's all it is. Like, they're both really great stories. Scarface is a movie that a bunch of shitty to okay rappers listened to, like, watched and missed the point of. Great Gatsby, pretty great book, okay movies that a bunch of white kids watched or read and missed the point of. Like, the lesson of both of those stories is, if you have fun, you'll fucking die. So don't. I know the big question on everyone's mind tonight is, hey Dustin, what's the worst thing that's ever been in your mouth? The answer will surprise you. It was a white guy's dreadlock. And the way this happened was I was at a punk rock show, and the awesome thing about punk rock shows is you pay anywhere between $5 to $30 to get in, and instead of them singing the songs that you paid for them to sing, they throw the microphone out in the audience so you can sing the songs you paid to see them sing. And the band I was seeing at the time, their lead singer is a skinny little vegan dude, dreadlocks down to his waist, and he's throwing the microphone out into the audience and bracing himself against everybody in the pit. When he hands me the microphone, instead of the mic hitting my lips and me yelling "fuck George Bush" or whatever the lyrics were, what happened instead was a little clump of red dreadlock just tumbled over my lip right down into my mouth hole. It was like that baby carriage seen in The Untouchables, just slow motion, just going, and I couldn't stop it. Like, And now I can't be around white guys with dreadlocks. I mean, there are other reasons, but that one's the big one. Like, I have the same reaction around white guys with dreadlocks that rescue animals have when they see sudden movement out of the corner of their eyes, just like, oh. I can never trust anyone again. I'll get out of here on this, you guys. I like science a lot. I think science gives us some really cool stuff. Every now and then, science completely drops the ball, gives us things we don't need. For example, I drank birthday cake flavored vodka once, and I don't know about anyone here, but when I drink, it's to kill painful memories. So I don't want my alcohol tasting like my 13th birthday when I got to see Toy Story in the theaters. Like, if I'm drinking at all, I want it to taste like I bet my last dollar on the wrong horse. Right? I want it to taste like I brought a knife to a gunfight, and that knife is made out of all the reasons she left me 4 years ago. Right? I want my alcohol to taste like I am trapped in the first verse of a Bruce Springsteen song forever. Darkness on the edge of town, and it lasts my whole life. And there's other stuff too. I drink bacon-flavored soda because we don't know when we're being too goddamn ironic anymore. Like, I get it. We like bacon. We don't need to hate fucking into everything we do. There's pork chop scented shampoo in case you ever want to have sex with somebody whose hair smells like a goddamn Hometown buffet. I saw a horse on a treadmill. Why? They're so good at running. It's called horsepower. You might as well give a mountain lion an Xbox and a copy of Gears of War because it doesn't have the hang of murder yet. I want to go to science, which I imagine is just a building with the word science written on it, and just karate kick down the door and be like, have you jerks cured cancer yet? No, but now you can fuck a cheddar baked biscuit and get it pregnant. You're welcome, finger guns. I've been Dustin Meadows. Thank you guys so much. You've been wonderful.